YouTubers and all those who happen to deliciously watch. This is my PS3 collection as of now. A lot of these games, obviously, yes, probably had a little bit more of a superior version on the 360, vice versa, but, you know, it's all about what's more practical to get, what's more affordable for me. So, with that said, this first thing I got here, which is actually the only collector's edition I think I even have for the PS3, that is true, this is the only collector's edition I believe, is Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. And it came with little USB PAL, which is kind of cool, which is Star Killer. And, you know, I like this game. I liked the first one, which, yeah, it was buggy, but it was fun kind of buggy. It was the engine so ahead of its time, which it is. It's just, it's a good game. I'll express that enough. Grab another stack of games here. And next game here is Skate 3. I like this game a lot. I mean, I was wanting to dip into skateboarding games. I like the arcadesy, you know, emulation style arcadesy games, and, you know, games such as a skateboarding title that has crazy outlandish stuff to do in the game. I mean, obviously I have a limit on how decent I am at the game, so I can't do like super duper tricks like I see on YouTube and all over the place, but it's certainly a game that tests you for sure. And it's a fun game, I like it. I'm probably going to get 1 and 2, just for the sake of it. Third game I got here is Fallout 3. Decent game, buggy as shit. Dungeon Siege 3. Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2. Quantum Theory. It's an okay game. It's kind of like Gears of War. Not very great, though. This is 2K Sports Major League Baseball 2010. I'll try my best to get into this genre. Maybe I'll pop this in. I'll throw it over there so that way I can try to give it another spin. I'm not very good at baseball games, so I'm just going to lay that flat out. I mean, there's a couple of them I'm decent at, but it's just that one I'm terrible at. I don't know what it is. But, yeah. Deus Ex Human Evolution. I love this game. Got these other games here. Sorry about the leaning over and all that, but next game I got here is X-Men Origins, which is Wolverine. This is the the fuck? Oh, okay, it's just the manual. I was like thinking, like, what the hell's all this? Yeah, alright. It was X-Men Origins Uncaged Edition, which is supposedly, this is supposed to be the more ultra-violent version of the game, but I didn't notice no difference between the two. Probably I'm just ignorant that way. Next game I got here is Dead Rising 2. I like this game thoroughly. Rage. Bella's Dangerous Hunts. This one's actually good. I kind of like it. Front Mission Evolved. It's okay. Demon's Souls, which I want to get Dark Souls. This one I need the gun for and all that, but that is Time Crisis 4, which I don't know why they couldn't have did like a patch update that lets you use the Capella gun with it. I don't know. Or Cabela gun, rather, with this. I don't understand that. It's kind of weird. Metal Gear Solid 4. Pretty good game. Cutscenes are pretty long, and it's kind of like, kind of thing. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. The God of War collection. It's an okay collection. Folklore, really underappreciated PS3 exclusive title. This one, which I own for PC, yes, I know it's better on the PC, blah, 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 blah. Skyrim. And we have these others. Ugh. Brink. It was a letdown, but it's a decent game. Nearly is not as bad as everyone was saying. It was one of those kind of games that it had so much potential, it still does, for a future release, for a sequel, that, you know, you got to get the point. It's raw potential written all over it. It just needs to be utilized and not rushed. Brutal Legend, which I was really hoping for a sequel for this game. It's never going to happen, at least not in our lifetime. But it was a pretty damn good game. Decapitation! Anyway, Red Dead Redemption. Pretty awesome game. A staple for the PS3 owner. The Beatles rock band. Yeah. As I drop it on the floor. Oh, you're not going to see that from Liverpool. Anyway. I'm going to hell. Resistance 2. It's a decent game. I enjoy it. I'm probably going to get part 3 and part 1. If I can find them cheap enough. Rock Band 2. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. It's an okay game. I like some of the elements to it. It's just kind of like, kind of thing. White Knight Chronicles, which I'm probably going to get the sequel after. It's getting cheaper and cheaper with sequel-wise, but I like the multiplayer. I like the storyline, which is actually quite decent. Kept me going. Easy as shit, though. The Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena, which also includes the original game as well, which was digitally remastered, as they say. But so far, I mean, it's a good bargain if you own the PS3 or the 360, so definitely pick up this game. It's just really good. This game is just, you know, the staple of the PS3 as well, which I'm going to get part 3 and part 1 as well at some point, because those are part 1's still expensive. I don't know why, but that is Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. Really good game. Smooth. It's just smooth like a cup of Baileys, if you want to put it, if you're a drinker. And last game I got here from this little pile is actually I do have a couple of collector's editions, don't I? Now I'm thinking about it. Anyway, this is Dante's Inferno. Awesome, 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 you know, platforming, beat 'em up, action adventure game. But it's a great game. Just don't play around the kids. Next game I got here, which I got this on the cheap, I believe, is BioShock 2. I just like the shininess of that cover. Look at that. It's like, woo! But anyway. I gotta get the sequel to this at some point. I always see it going for cheap. I ignore that, and then I don't know why. Dragon Age Origins, which I believe there's another one to this as well, which I'll probably just get the that one at some point. But it's a pretty good game. I think this disc was broken, but this is Guitar Hero World Tour. Let me see. Yep, this was the broken disc. So it was kind of like, kind of thing. So still have the case at least, and the broken digital disc. But that was just given to me by my brother, along with the Rock Band games. He was just like, here you go, I'm done with that shit. And, you know, what can you do? Medal of Honor. God, don't get me started on this game. Just don't get me started on this game. Oh, God. Rage is building up from that. How the hell can an SMG fire from halfway across the goddamn map? Okay, I'm done. Lair was actually, it's kind of like Rogue Squadron. It isn't great by any means, but it's an okay game. It's like cheap as hell now. You can find it super cheap. They fixed the controls in it, so people are going to probably try to tell you or lure you away from it, saying the controls are ass. You can't blah blah blah. And they fixed it with a patch, which was free. So you just patch it and you play it like that, and it plays just fine. It's like a Dragon Rogue Squadron game. So. Kung Fu Rider, which I heard this game is just silly ass good fun. I do not own the PlayStation Move yet. I want to get the PlayStation Move. at some point, of course. Some people say it's a gimmickly bad import or an imitation of the Wii, which I agree, but just the same, the thing's getting cheaper now. The camera on it's quite nice, so I'll probably use it from my PC on top of that, and, you know, has decent games for it, so once I can find a cheap enough bundle for that, I'll probably pick it up. This game's underlooked as hell. Nier. This game is just, it's an okay game. It isn't bad, or it isn't tremendously bad, it's just okay kind of game. That is Mind Jack. This one's actually quite good. Some people say the feeling of the nostalgia behind it kind of wears off after a while. It kind of does, but it's still fun nonetheless. And that is Bulletstorm. And the last one I have, which some people are going to be surprised I don't have the sequel yet, is Little Big Planet, which is a staple for the PlayStation 3 collection. So that is practically all I have for PS3 games for now. I'm going to be building them as we go and speak. And with that said, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and more of my collection soon, hopefully, if you guys have not exploded by then. Whee!